instance, because if he'd done a six saburi, what's about the only one he can do with a surprising me? So six saburi, no, sorry, just the ski part. So the ski part, all right, so I'm safe. So you just need to, just a few times, you know, with each, and why I've put you in threes is because each person attacks different, each person's body weight is different. You're going to have to, over the period today, you're going to have to calculate what you're dealing with. And just being a robot of doing the same thing every time, like, oh, I'm okay here. Look, I'm miles away. You know, he might extend, the next person might extend more. You know, that means that, all right? So for the seniors, you should be able to sort of work that out, that you don't need to do that. But I think for everybody, if you just, for now, just do that. They cut, your hand comes up. In reality, your hand wouldn't come up, but what we're doing here is we're getting a timing. We're getting a timing going. It's as if his ken and my finger has a piece of string tied to it. Okay. It comes from the partner practice. All right, just do that. So this person will cut reasonably slow at first. The higher the rank, faster the cut should be. Hey. Hey. Okay. So the higher the rank, the faster you should be cutting. Come on. Okay, so I just want to show you here, we've got two high-level people. They should be really cutting like fast at their level. But what the problem is, and round this way. No, that's it. This way. Okay. What the problem is, okay, so I just want to explain what the problem is. Look, Sensei used, when they asked Sensei, how do you teach? He said, I just teach. Yeah, but how do you teach beginners? He said, I just teach. In other words, you know, he didn't make any, it's up to you to grab what you think's important. If I start saying, you know, you lean this way for the beginners and more up, you know, we're going to be all day talking really about things that aren't important. But this is what the problem is, all right? And we all do it. I'm in line with my attacker. Hey, I come here, and then what you've done was this. Am I in line with the attacker? No. Now I've gone smaller, and I've actually gone off the line. Without knowing it, I've already gone in self-defense mode. But what about if the guy now starts actually cutting where he's twigged that I've gone? That then starts bouncing me out because I wasn't ready for him to come over a few centimetres. So the one thing about Sensei was he was a stickler for being precise, and if you weren't precise exactly every time, he'd shout and shout at you. So if you're on the line, hey! And not now, it's no good. So if you start on the line, hey! 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 Oh, no good, sorry. That's right, my fault. I got your hand and I shouldn't have done. So be precise, know where you are. He used to say, it's not like 1, 2, it's not like, you're not a machine, you know. Each time, hey! You've got to centre yourself each time. If he starts pumping away and just attacking, hey! Just slow him up a little bit. You know, it's your Aikido, it's your advancement that's important. This one tacks the head. This one goes underneath now, underneath. So what I like about this one is, if we're in a car and I decide to change gears, it might be a different speed than perhaps somebody else driving the car. So I might like to change gear every 3,000 revs. He might like to change it 2,500 revs. So what I have to do is first I marry his timing. Let's do it real slow, slow up and down. Here I'm up, same speed. Then I have to quickly accelerate because I need to be then ahead of him. If I'm here and then if I can't get there now, get in there, by the time he reaches the bottom, so it's no good going, I can't do the technique I want to show you. I can do what I done and lost the thing. What I can do is a kote gaeshi. Okay. But the one we're going to do is very slowly. Up. Now I have to accelerate, so I'm there. I'll talk about this more in a minute. This point in a minute. Right. So I have to accelerate from the top to the bottom, and you punch from here. Okay, onegaishimasu. Thank you, sir. The detail, we're going to come in closer with the camera for the detail. What happens is, at the bottom of the strike, your hand's in the middle, here, but what happens is when you push, your hand sometimes pops through the hole here. You go like that, and so that's all you get. So I'm going to give you, it's nice, isn't it? There are secrets in Aikido, even if they pretend there are. As I come in here, as this turns, it allows me to, I'm actually going to now go over to Richard there with my wrist. So it locks against his wrist. And that's why he's got a choice whether he just steps or not. All right. So as long as you locked him here, everybody see it, the lock, you've locked him. If you don't lock him, you know, you push like that and it can slip off, or, so this is no good. Because I've turned, I've come round here, it does that. Okay, I'll turn this way. Because I've turned here, it's turned him that way. All right. So that's a little thing that I hadn't realised. You know, we do it sometimes as teachers, and we don't realise we're not actually telling anybody about what we're doing because we don't know we're doing it ourselves. But it's all to do with the turn. So the turn is here, here. This, as long as it's this side. Okay, as long as it's that side. And take a little stamp. Torafuni. Right. You can't see what's coming out of a person, but we all have to work on the building of it. Domarigato. Thank you. And what the problem is, it's timing. Yeah. It's timing. Right. What's happened is he's turned and he's wasted the last quarter of his body movement. The fingertips need to go in earlier before he turns. Right, there. Yes. All right. Look, Tachidori, I said at the beginning, thank you. I said at the beginning, it's quite boring because if we don't know what we're doing, we sort of stand, all day thinking, why isn't it working? Let me do it slowly. I enter, I'm with his ken. As my body turns, my arm becomes, we'll say 1. So when I get to here, he's already there. And then I just step. If you get to here at the bottom, you've got nothing to turn, only physical strength now in your hand. This is too late. I need to go back here, start putting it on there. Right, so I put it on earlier. But you can't put it on until you're there, but it's the feeding in of that. And then Sensei, would punch like this. To some of you experienced ones, it'll make more sense now. Roku. So I'm going to show you broken down slowly. So I come in here, I start to turn, I take the top hand and I roll it round, and then I go against his elbow. Be careful because it hurts. From what I remember, it hurts anyhow. Okay, nice Ken. Come on. Okay, this is Roku now. But it's the start is the same, the finish is the extra hand. Onegaishimasu. If you start resisting, only on these, if you start resisting, you're going to go home with injuries. All right? So there's time for being strong, and there's time for trying to blend, We both learn something. This is called Roku. Now, a lot of you are going back here, and then you're having to put something on. Now, Roku, it just means the 6 Prinsu. Gokyo is normally knife taking. We know Ikkyo, Nikkyo, Sankyo, Yonkyo, but we rarely talk about Gokyo and Roku. But Roku is about the worst one you want somebody powerful to do on you, because it'll either snap the elbow or really hurt the elbow. So that's why I'm trying to be kind and saying, go easy. But where you turn changes on Roku. And it changes depending on how the person is coming. So if the person is coming straight at you, by going round the back, he can perhaps resist me and come back up. So in this case, because he's coming forward, we need to go forward. Here, I need to punch him forward, all right? And if he comes up, I'm not doing anything. That's him who's trying to get up. Look, I'm just staying here. I am adding a little bit more now down on the wrist. What you can't see. Look. But, all right. So some of you are sweeping, that's all I'm saying. Now, if it was a Joe ski, you really want to go what I call upstream with him. You want to go sort of up that way first and then put the brakes on. So a lot of you are just going round and wondering now perhaps why he's not got it on. I should have been about there. Right, so there's a place where it can go on, and there's a place where it can't go on. Okay. He likes the training, so it's good to... Okay, come on. All right, so please, if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't feel right, I was sort of looking at Raj earlier and I thought, he's there, but he's not, he's sort of thinking, ain't quite right. But you don't know where to step. So it's the cutting the cake always. Sometimes it's right round here, and then here. Another time it might be as they come, lead them up, and here. So there's no place I can tell you where the feet should be. You should feel that as an Aikidoka. All right? If it doesn't feel right where you've done it this time, try a new place next time. Because we're all individuals and we all act differently. Okay. Not saying there isn't anybody. you can't really do a roku unless it's from a ski, either a ski with a Joe or, a ski with a Ken. It needs to be going forward. Okay. So if I done roku as a lot of you seniors will know it, I'd take underneath. But look, I can't trap his hand now. See, I can't trap his hand. And why would he turn that? If he now does the ski, that's so roku can be done from skis because they're turning their hand usually. So I was thinking about this and I thought, well, a lot of people don't get that, but if they start to learn the angle, they can actually see how, you can start to mould things. So what is this technique? What is this technique? Nikyo. So you're starting to lock on. Okay, the next one that most of you should know is Kodagaish. Sensei was always very accurate about this thumb must be on this knuckle here. When we hold the Ken or Joe, we hold it always with these two fingers. Okay, the rest of the fingers are there, but there shouldn't be any real power there. And because we take taijutsu from the weapons, here's a good example of I can get two fingers in here, but I can't get the whole hand in. So between the thumb and the two fingers, you've got the technique. So you're here, you can atemi if you want, you can add this. But today I'm more interested in getting to here, step this way. But as you step this way, don't bring this around, this hip, but push it to him. There's your atemi. Push it to him. You can't do normal Kodagaish or else you're going to need a Nurofen or something. So here, for the seniors, what I'd like for the seniors is, when I do it, down here inside my stomach, I feel this turn. When I go like that, I feel this turn. That adds mass. So I'm creating mass. So, look, when do you start learning about this? Yellow belt, orange belt? You learn it when your time is to absorb it. 1, 2. I've got him there. Look, take this out. There's the Kodagaish. There's the Kodagaish. Pitch. Push it towards him. You seniors, I want you now to connect this. Make the circle inside your body. Step across like normal Kodagaish. Now, when this back leg spins, you take the Ken and you finish the cut. Okay, and you should. So I'm looking at you seniors and saying, if this isn't happening, then you need to work on it. Don't worry about him tapping. Okay, done well. So let's try, done well. Oh, hopefully those of you will remember pieces, Danny. Okay, this is a Kodagaish again, but this time, this hami, you go behind him, turn, take, throw. Okay, please try and get this if you've got enough space. Oh, not supposed to get aggressive over here. There we go. All right, so let's look slowly. I'm on this hami. If I go, I just made it, then you've got to start. You're in your own way. So It may be more for the seniors, it may not. You've got to know the distance of his cut. If you can just see him here, you should be able to look. Don't work out what should my feet be doing. Your feet need to just do that really. Just lift them up and down and don't try and move them about too much. That usually puts you where you need to be. That puts you there, and then you know the rest. Okay. All right, done more. Done more. Student or whatever, we should always be precise. You know, if the class starts on time, you should be there early. You know, it's all about making a human being and tweaking them to become a martial artist. You know, I was watching a 7th Dan yesterday do Joe Dory, and he's standing like this. You know, he's standing square. It's because he's a 7th Dan. He's arrived. Do you know what I mean? He's made it. It's still wrong. You know, if Osenshi said this is the Aikido posture, that's the Aikido posture. Yeah, but I'm 7th Dan now and I made it, you know. So I was watching this person who's very well respected, and I thought, you're insulting the art because you're not sharp anymore. You know, just because we're getting old, you shouldn't lose sharpness. We're going to have a 10-minute tea or coffee break. Whatever you said to Nigel, that's what you'll get. I ain't got your name on the tea or the coffee, but so we'll have a 10-minute break. I was saying to the 5th Dans about Subash, with your Ken. I was saying to the 5th Dans, look, there's different levels of learning. When you're Q grade or even 1st, 2nd Dan, you've got to watch really close. You've got to concentrate really close. You've got to sort of watch and work out when he stops, where his hands are. You've got to work out everything. Where are you? Turn. Oh, I'm having to reach now. I need to be a bit closer. Oh, I'm too close. The detail, that's why I'm still doing it, Aikido, after all these years, because it still fascinates me. It's the detail. If you go on the right path, I think the right path, soon as he put his Ken out there, and before that, I was plugged into him. When I say plugged into him, I could feel his energy. I could feel him moving about. Yeah, he's moving. So I might, as an individual, when he cuts, take a step and think, right. But then find when I turn, I'm miles away from getting it and I'm having to reach up there. Now I'm in the way, so I've got to get out of the way. So it all goes wrong. So until you're ready, you've got to watch, look, do everything, work things out, work out where you are. As you get better, you want to do that, but he stopped me. I wanted to sort of do this deeper thing, but I felt his body energy, his aura, whatever you want to call it, it stopped me. And I go, oh, I've got to stop there. So I'm the puppet of the attacker, because how can two people become one if I'm expecting him to become one with me? He's the attacker, so I've got to actually blend with him. So, it's easy, look. Hands there, step there, throw there. How do you find that? You find it by very slowly going, oh yeah, I felt him stop me. I know where he is, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to make any adjustments. I just turn. Oh yeah, look, there's his hand. So a lot of it is trusting in what you never use. Your subconscious, your internal things, the things that you never rely on. You rely on this ego consciousness that actually won't ever make you advance. It'll just keep you as a technical practitioner. All right?